What's up, guys? Up next, I am reading for Capricorn. What's today? Today's date is Tuesday, April 7th, and it is like 7 something in the morning, okay? So, hi. Good morning. So, we're going with Capricorn. I know Capricorn's going through it though. Sudden change. Tower moment after tower after tower after tower. Someone wants to try one more time with someone that they may have disconnected with. Let's get into it. Yeah. They've gotten like some kind of sudden awareness on something. You have, whoever you are. Let's get into it. Empress. You could be someone that is in their power and like pretty much, you know, not like with an Empress, you're pretty much someone that is above all the queens in the deck, right? You have control over your emotions. You have control over your finances. You have control over your just you in general. You know, you're independent and also very creative, by the way. You could also be tapping into your femininity because you could have been stuck into like your masculine side because of you having to provide for yourself for so long. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'm just the messenger, bro. Okay, so at the bottom, again, you're choosing happiness over I guess your usual choices. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles energy. So it's like you've finally gotten to a point where you're financially secure, right? And you're pretty much at a point where your long-term view has gotten you into your wealthy status. There we go. But I guess because of your lack of inner joy when it comes to like, you're materialistic, in other words. You're a material girl. So you like to show off your wealth. Okay? Material girl, material boy, whatever, it don't matter. But like, you like to show off what, because you're proud. You take pride in what you do. You take pride in your space. You take pride in your purpose, whatever the case may be for you. The Queen of Wands, you're very passionate with what you do. You could love to work. You could love to whatever it is you like to do. And it's also giving like go-getter. You're a go-getter. We love that for you. We do. You like to pour, well, you're a very giving person when it comes to the Ace of Cups. And some people may like to take advantage of that. So you gotta be careful with who you bring around you. Especially if you like to show off your wealth, or okay, we got death. And this is talking about there could have been some kind of ending with something where you may have put to death a situation that no longer was serving your highest good, or whatever was bringing you down or holding you back. You put that to death. It could have been a mindset that you also put to death. You could be going through some kind of transition, or getting out of some kind of transition or something. Or
when you'd rather not resort to a virtual resort, this is much better in real life.
You're at a point where
book your spring break now. Hilton or the
whatever your past was, or you put a death to a past situation.
Well, it's not gonna write itself. Especially since you're busy with all the
Yeah, we got the 9 of Swords at the bottom. So like, you put to death whatever was causing you anxiety, whatever was, and not in literal sense. You're not a killer, obviously, but you pretty much just put an end to an old version of yourself, an old version of who you are.
Or would generate a text more every day? With Grammarly's humanizer,
that's it. You moved on completely. And I love that for you. I really do. What more are we getting out of this?
That's great. Real mean, lovely, solid timeline. With Grammarly's reader reactions, you can do just that.
And these updates are exactly how we'll deliver.
We got the Sun in reverse. You could have been
because good writing fuels great ideas.
From what I get out of this, it's like this is actually what you put to death. Something with depression, something to do with arrogance, carelessness. It's like you're more careful with how you act in life now. You're taking your life more seriously now. You could have had some kind of epiphany or something. Sudden change. Tower again. And I guess that kind of just gave you that push to finally just say, you know what, this lifestyle ain't working for me no more. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, yeah. So what's the guidance for Capricorn? Okay, we got the 3 of Wands. It looks like you're working on, let's see. It looks like you're focusing back on your stability, or preparing a more stable environment for yourself, or you could be focusing more on your passions, maybe trying to expand in your passions. Some kind of expansion. This could be career related, definitely career related. So you're trying to expand. You got some kind of new career or financial opportunities coming in. What's the tea on that? This could have something to do with whatever skills that you have been using to boost your career. Something with passion. That's really good. I'm happy for you. Keep going. What else? What steps do they need to take for this? Okay. Steps. You could be in this, you could be asking to collaborate, or perhaps seek collaboration with your community in something. Just so that, you know, something about exhaustion, because maybe something, you're searching for a team so you don't get exhausted and burnt out. You don't want to do all the work, which you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should always have a support system, and you do. You just gotta look in other places, because other places may be no longer serving you due to them only knowing the past version of you and not the new version of you. You understand? Let's see. Okay. Your energy could also be scattered a little bit right now too, due to you know, this past transition. You know, like every time a season changes, you know, you get that chaos right before things, you know, go well. That's all seasons. I mean, that's just something you gotta understand. If you don't understand how the world works naturally, then you're not gonna be able to move the way you want to move, because you are a Capricorn. You are connected to Earth, meaning if you don't know how to connect to Earth, you gotta know how the Earth works in order to be able to move with the Earth, to evolve with the Earth, to evolve with worldly things, because it's of the Earth. You're taking a fool's journey on something.
One bag, infinite possibilities. Kate Spade.
It's like you're trusting in life, but you also gotta trust in you. If you don't trust in you, the earth will mirror that same energy to you. If you don't trust yourself, no one's gonna trust you. If you don't trust others, no one's gonna trust you. You get what you put out as well. So also keep that in mind. Because you could be lacking direction in something. With the Page of Wands reversed, which is probably why you needed to take a step back. Because you're focusing on self. As you should. As you should. I totally support. I support. Yeah, you're kind of stuck in with indecision with the Ace. Two of Swords reverse. Anyway, it's like you're kind of stuck through, like, okay, because maybe there was some kind of confusion. This is some kind of mental stagnancy. Because you're unsure on which direction to go when it comes to this said opportunity. Or, let me get more clarity on that. Yeah, because we got the Six of Cups. It's upright. And we also got the Yes card. So, with this going on, you could be reminiscing on some happy memories, someone from your past, or past, this could be with past coworkers, this could be with past family, this could be with past whatever, you know what I'm saying? I guess you're kind of stuck in this position where, should I stay, should I go? Should I explore before I go? Should I stay where I'm at? It's just like, that's where you are right now. Because you've got your foundation, you've got your home and whatnot, but what now? You know what I'm saying? Because, you got the jobs, you got, you're set. But it's like, you don't know where to go from here, right? Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate for you, don't worry about it. It's probably for somebody else. This is a collective Capricorn reading, so this could be for multiple Capricorns. Just so we're clear. These are how all my readings are. I don't even be knowing who I'm talking about half the time, so I just read the energy that I'm given. Anyways. Can we get more clarity on this Six of Cups, please? Okay. This could be somebody that has been isolating, or someone that could have been left out in the cold, but it wasn't your fault. That wasn't your fault. The confusion was caused by someone else. And considering, okay. Someone could have been left out in the cold. Someone could be in need. And you're being called to rest. That was confusing. Let's get more input on that. That was kind of confusing.
You need an LLC. Legal Zoom helps you find the best way to start
Yeah.
your business. Really? For a legal hand to form your business, visit LegalZoom.
You want to come. They're usually someone that comes to help when you're in need. Or this was somebody that you had to let go of due to, I guess, some kind of insecurity that they were having. And so you want to help them get out of that. But it's like, they could be in this energy where they're kind of in a bitchy kind of mood, or like a cold-hearted kind of energy. and you don't really know where to go from there because you're trying to protect your peace. Because there is probably a chance that if things were to go out of hand and you had to get to a point where you got to get out of character, we all know that Capricorn's a spiritual gangster. All right, we ain't even gotta argue. We ain't even gotta argue. We know y'all the gangsters of the zodiac. Okay, we already know. But we already know. But let's see. Confirmation. But I guess due to their lack of inner joy, you thought it was because of you, but it wasn't. It was the others that they were around. And it could have been people outside of the foundation that was actually, you know, it was outside, not inside, mostly. There was a lot of confusion, but they're willing to move on from it if you are. And I guess the only way for them to be able to understand and reassess the situation is for them to isolate and to be alone, because they needed space, because there could have been too much noise, too much going on to where they couldn't really focus on what they needed to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, when it comes to situations like that, it tends to make them show a side that they don't want you to see, because they know that if they take it too far, no one's safe. And so sometimes they do have to leave to not only protect them from you, but to also protect you from them. Cancers are just as bad. Okay, what more? But what I'm getting is, like, they were never actually, like, beefing with you at all to begin with. There was never an issue with you.
This is much better in real life.
It matters where
Yeah,
you stay.
there was a breakdown in communication.
Thanks, Steve.
There was bad communication.
Book your spring break now.
It was home conflict during a transition period, and that's what caused a lot of the stress and delays and fights. A lot of betrayal. Someone may have thought that they were getting away with something. There could have been some kind of trickery. A lot of greediness and laziness is also in the mix. Someone could have been procrastinating. The world confirming. They were pretty much feeding off of your accomplishments, whoever these people were. And I guess we got the Two of Wands in reverse at the bottom. And I guess with, you know, like someone could have had fear of the unknown with something when it came to actually moving forward. Someone may not trust themselves without your guidance of some sort. There could have also been a fear of change. There could have also been a lot of fire energy, Aries. A lot lack of planning, right? What more do we get out of this? Okay. We got, okay, but whenever it came out, it was sideways. So they're at a crossroads, okay? They're at a crossroads, so they don't know if they go left. There's a chance that they may lose their inner resources or only be able to survive off their inner resources. Be paranoid. I guess they feel safe with you. That's why they didn't really want to leave. Because without you, they just didn't really feel like they'd get anywhere. Because you were pretty much all they have and had. Right? And this is giving off Sagittarius energy. So this could be someone that was always on edge. And if they would go right, it would be like a test of faith, which they lack. And I guess gearing up for the worst. Like they're always expecting the worst to happen because they're just so used to seeing it happen, right? They pay attention to patterns. They may act stupid or look stupid or, you know, play stupid, but they know. They know. And they could act up when they're in information overload. But they're wanting to move along from this. They're wanting to move forward. They want to leave this behind and just move forward. Because it's time of transition. That's just how it is. We're moving on. Moving on doesn't mean you have to move from the same spot that you're at. You want to keep starting over? I mean, be so for real. But, personal transformation. We got the Tower in reverse now. So I guess they're having their own personal transformation through you. And they're trying to ride out the storm with you because they know that they would be safe with you. And they're learning from you because who else they're gonna learn from? Because they don't want to no longer be trapped in these old thought patterns anymore either. They see you moving forward and they want to do the same. It's like follow the leader kind of thing. You're a natural leader and they look up to you for a reason. This also came sideways. It's the King of Wands. They know now that if they go left, they'll be thinking out of impulse. And if they go right, that they would need to follow. In order to be a leader, they gotta follow the leader. Learn from the leader, right? They see you as their leader. So they're gonna follow your lead. And they can't, they gotta see the bigger picture rather than acting on impulse and having these unachievable expectations. You know what I'm saying? I keep hearing mommy knows best. A Leo could be moving in pride, out of weakness and insecurity. Because he has lack of direction as well. He or she, doesn't matter. They could be letting go of their own self-limited beliefs as well, or they could be stuck on that. And that's also why you wanted to maybe put to death an old version of yourself because you felt like they took advantage of that at one point in time. You may have been overcommitted to this person, or felt like you have been. Cancer energy is coming out with the Chariot in reverse. This is talking about someone that was also lacking direction, and I guess was had aggressive tendencies, maybe had a little arrogance, maybe was seen as careless in the eyes of the Leo. And I guess because this Leo was overly protective over something, either over you he was protective over you. And I guess with everything that was moving so quickly, things were moving very quickly. And it could have been something to do with a surgery.
Emphasis on the break. It matters where you stay. Book your spring break now.
Or some kind of breakthrough.
For the stay.
It's just like a very cool way to print that extremely quickly. If I go here and think that I just
He was very protective over you. they, he, she, whoever. And I guess he didn't want you to feel like you had to take on everything on your own.
It was like 90% of the way there.
I guess this person was trying to do better trying to be there for you when you needed him most, because I guess back then he wasn't really that committed. And I guess whenever he saw that they were losing you, they got a little too overcommitted, overprotective for nothing, honestly. And I guess they're trying to, yeah, like I said, they were learning from their failure. They learned from their failure, and they're trying to do better. But they were moving out of ego. And that is why things didn't go their way. And I guess because they felt discredited, it made him moody. Ooh. We got this one fell again. We got the Ace of Swords reversed. They had clouded judgment, and I guess someone had clouded judgment on a situation, and we got the Five of Wands reversed, and I guess they were trying to avoid conflict for some reason. And what? They wanted to avoid conflict for what? With who? On what? Okay. Someone was choosing head over heart. I guess they were trying to move with authority. And this is what may have personally set them back. Due to broken communication. There was some broken communication. You didn't hear the whole truth on something. This person caused you to have distrust and disharmony with somebody that actually was genuinely there for you. Yeah. You were trying to build something. Trying to build like a team, and I guess he got in the way, or she got in the way, whoever it was that pretty much gave you broken communication, didn't tell you a whole truth on something, flipped the script, flipped the table, whatever. You know how that goes. People will do anything to make themselves look good when they move out of ego. something to do with a passion project. Yep. Getting again some more with Sagittarius. We got Temperance at the bottom, and it's talking about, I guess, finding meaning and why you were there, or why you are in your current spot or location. And I guess because things weren't working out for you, then it meant that you were not meant to go anywhere to begin with. It was whoever was there overstaying their welcome. Yeah. You could be very sensitive to energies as well, very empathic. You could read a room without even having to enter a room. You're very gifted. We got the Three of Swords reversed. You're moving on, recovering from this heartbreak. Yep. And you want to collab again, like you want this to work out, but it's like you don't want nobody getting in the way of that. Yeah, you're trying to break out of that cycle, that negative cycle, and sometimes you gotta let people go to see who the real problem is, and then if they come back, they were never the problem. It was whoever was behind, that was left behind, that was the problem. Yeah. Anyways, I believe that's everything. Because when you just take a step back and just read the energy around you, literally confirming, that's a yes card. There's a new venture coming for you. I guess to fix this broken foundation. Or to fix this conflict you have with somebody. Again, with the Aries. The main culprit was Aries. Hermit. Or maybe they needed to be alone for them to be able to focus. It's the Wands. Another yes card. Hanged Man. There's a new perspective that you just gained. Take a pause and maybe view things in a different way than what you've viewed them before. This is pretty much God's way of showing you, like, hey, look, this is what the problem is. They're obviously okay, the one that left. They're still stuck. Who's really the problem here? Can we confirm that? Another yes card. Emotional manipulation. Someone was being emotionally manipulative. And that's what caused the personal setbacks. Could be dealing with an Aquarius and a Pisces as well with this one. An Aquarius and a Pisces. Yep. That's all I got. Again with Aries. Two of Wands reversed. Lack of planning, fear of the unknown. That's literally why they were emotionally manipulative. Because they are fucking scared. Yeah. So, do what you will with that. And, see you on the flip side.